Yeah. All right. We are live on YouTube. We are live on YouTube. How's everyone doing today? How's it going, everybody? Welcome to episode number 1280. That's right, episode number 1280 of Navigating the Modern World with Eli, the Walking with Purpose live edition, live from Red Morton Park. Hey, babe, how you doing? Today we're going to be talking about ignore the noise and understand that you have self-worth beyond drama. Okay. Ignore the noise and understand that you have self-worth beyond drama. Can you folks hear me clearly and see me clearly? How y'all doing? I'm sorry for getting out here so late. It's been a couple of very busy past few days for Dawn and I. My lovely lady Dawn, respectfully, maturely, and professionally, Dawn says one, audio and video are good. Thank you, babe. Hey, ODN, how you doing, broski? So, yeah, Dawn and I have had a couple of very busy days, and I'm not going to talk much about what happened yesterday because Dawn and I talked about it on our podcast that we recorded a few hours before I came out here. ODN, I'm sorry for not getting back to you. You didn't know this, but you sent me a message in the middle of Dawn and I recording our podcast. Speaking of the podcast, so episode number 52 is going to be this week, this Wednesday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific on the other channel, GNA, Genuine Personal Development. It's also on the entire audio-only podcast network, Apple, Spotify, Amazon's Music. Or it's on Amazon, not Amazon's Music, Amazon's, Amazon Music, and then Amazon Audible as well. And then it's also on my lady's favorite iHeartRadio and YouTube Music and many of the not so popular or not so well known audio only podcast platforms that host the audio only version of our podcast. But if you want to watch the video, go in the description, a couple lines down here. Subscribe to the main channel, GNA, Genuine Personal Development, and you'll be able to see it as well as hear it. And, Dawn and I are going to be talking about don't take things for granted. Okay. This week's topic is going to be don't take things for granted. It's a very good show. Dawn and I had an experience over the weekend unlike anything we've ever had. It had nothing to do with us. But together we experienced something we never have before, and it was pretty crazy, just to say the least. So we're not going to talk about it here on the live streams. We're going to have you folks hold off until Wednesday. You can hear everything on our podcast. Episode number 53. Next week, we're going to be recording and releasing the 1-year anniversary of the Don and Eli Take on the World podcast. At that point, we'll have done 53 consecutive episodes, one each week. And we hope to have the entire GNA executive team pop on, including you, ODN. Are you open to that? And Tia and Sandra. They better not miss our 1-year anniversary, babe. I'm telling you. Santa Palacio, you better not miss the 1-year anniversary episode. I know Tia will be there. Tia's typically around unless she's not feeling well. You going to be there, broski, or not? Like they say, be there or be square, right? I'm a big square. I've admitted it a lot lately, and I'm going to continue to admit that I'm a big square. I am. And you know what? I'm proud to be a square because I like to get things done as properly and professionally as possible. I like to help as many people as possible because that's my purpose and that's what makes me feel accomplished is helping people. I don't define my success based off of how much money I make or don't make. I define my success based on how many people I'm helping to become better people. A lot of times that doesn't cost any money. And here's the thing, it doesn't matter what the general public thinks. Oh, you're not making any money, so you're not successful. No, that's not what success is always based off of, right? Success is based off of what makes you happy, right? What do you enjoy doing, right? Many people volunteer their time for free to define their purpose, right? But anyway, I'll be there. Thank you. Thank you, Odian. Appreciate that. Um, you know, I wanted to talk about what I've been seeing the last 4 to 7 days out here on YouTube throughout these communities that surround us, whether we want them surrounding us or not, right? And first and foremost, I really think that everyone involved in these drama communities needs to do one thing first and foremost. That's take care of yourself. Have self-love and know your self-worth. Okay? Self-love and self-worth, very important. Without that, you're not going to feel good about yourself. You're not going to feel you're not going to feel like even getting out of bed in the morning, right? Okay? So, it's important that you have self-love and self-worth. And don't define your self-worth based on, focusing on drama, especially drama out here on YouTube that has become pretty ridiculous. Like it's become like almost out of control and in a ridiculous way. And what I continue to see are the same people saying the same thing to the same people. And it's just like one big continuous circle over and over and over and over and over again, right? And I've seen so many people flip-flop, let's just call it that, because many other people have used that phrase around the communities that I'm aware about here on YouTube, right? They like to use the phrase flip-floppers, right? And you see a lot of these people, 1 minute they're on the good side of things, the other minute they're on the opposite side of things, right? It's like they can't make up their mind which side they want to be on. And should there even be sides in the first place, right? I honestly feel we should all just get along, right? But it doesn't work that way, right? When you are a creator that wants to create something substantial and decent, you collide with, drama groups that are drama centric and outrage centric, right? Okay. And you have to ask yourselves, Is that what defines you? Is that where you want to spend your time? Okay. Are you better than the drama? Are you? Right? Now, all of us have been involved in drama a time or two, right? Everyone, whether they like it or not, sometimes indirectly gets involved with drama, not even realizing it, right? But then there are some people that get stuck in it, right? They get stuck in it because it feels like you belong to something. It feels like you're a part of something where you can participate and voice your opinions, and more so, shout out your insults to people. Okay, we are back live. Can you folks hear me? Put a 1 in the chat. I just hit reconnect. It cut me off. Put a 1 in the chat. Can you hear me? Okay, babe. So we're good. You can hear me right now. Type another 1 if you can hear me again. Please. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, good. It worked. All right. Yeah, I got the buffering circle. Then it disconnected and gave me the option to reconnect, and I reconnected. And with just my luck, we've got this big semi pulling in. Got this big semi pulling in. I don't know where the hell it's going. It's going to hop the curb. There's nowhere I can go till this semi decides to pull back. Give me a second here. So there's like no ramp or anything. They just hop the curb. Holy Moses. Okay. Oh, thank you, ODN. Well, it's Sunday night. The last thing you would expect is a semi truck showing up at the recreation center at the park delivering something at like 7:30, 7:45 p.m. But hey, it's 2026. People work 24/7 nowadays. It is what it is, right? But anyway, so yeah, I mean, you got to ask yourselves, is this what you want? Defining your purpose, right? Now, you know, some people come and go from these drama groups on YouTube and the internet, right? They come in for a little while and, you know, maybe they're going through something. Maybe they just want to be around people that have been through similar things or are just similar to their personality, right? But then many people get stuck in those groups for years. And once they get stuck in that group, it's really hard to get out. And even if they're trying to better themselves, they get so stuck in that group that the drama begins to define who they currently are. That doesn't mean that's who they are permanently. It's who they currently are deciding to be, right? And again, I'm here to say that you're worth much more than that. If you're in that position, you're worth much more than that, right? A lot of people like to see this as entertainment, right? A lot of people like to see these community drama groups as entertainment, and it's really not entertaining at all. It's actually just really, really stupid, right? It's really stupid. It's a waste of time. It's not productive, right? And really, it doesn't move the needle forward for anyone, even people that may be making a little bit of money through donations doing this, right? It's not something that's sustainable long term. It absolutely isn't, right? I'm just seeing the same thing over and over and over and over again, right? Same people talking about the same people, right? Some of them I'm good friends with and I care for them. Others, it's not that I hate them. I don't hate anyone necessarily. I just don't agree with their methods of how they operate out here, right? I don't agree with that at all. Some people just get stuck in a rut. That doesn't mean you have to be stuck in a rut. It doesn't mean that you have to, support this type of stuff or be a part of this type of stuff if you want to be a better person yourself, right? Anyway, so one of the biggest examples is a guy that I believe is currently rebroadcasting me right now. He's a man by the name of Bill. And Bill and the person that I'm suing, the defendant, also known as Jamie, he also has channels called like Lycan and stuff like that, right? Okay. Those two together wanted to continue to try to commercially exploit me and create noise and lots of other issues for me during active litigation, especially when Jamie and I have two hearings coming up, and where Mr. Jamie is trying to act overconfident like he did in his last stream that I fully screen recorded, even though he deleted it. And that stream will be used against him at the hearing to expedite my expedited discovery request, because he deleted a stream earlier on in the week, last week, that is absolutely relevant to the anti-slap aspect that the defendant has tried to accuse me of trying to silence his freedom of speech, right? I went back and I listened to that entire stream. I actually also popped on it. And, the defendant, Jamie, was saying that he thought I was going to come on and just rant and rave and whatever, right? I came on and basically asked him questions he didn't want to answer. And Jamie got so triggered, Bill and Jamie, probably over there, Jamie got so triggered that he kicked me off his panel the second time I came on, because he couldn't handle the fact that I was telling his audience the truth. And the truth doesn't work for his audience, because they won't donate if they find out the truth about what Jamie is doing, right? And Jamie's trying to lead his audience to believe that I'm not going to be able to get production of that video, right? Because he says that the Florida law gives him 30 days to produce it, and that goes beyond the anti-SLAPP motion to dismiss hearing, right? And also, Jamie said he would gladly give me that video after that hearing, right? Very telling, Jamie. That will be used against you as evidence at that hearing. Stay tuned, okay? Because the fact that you can't keep you want to accuse me. See, I'll talk, Jamie. I'll talk, but I'll talk about things that I don't care if you send to the judge or the police or anything. Like what I'm talking about is just common sense stuff, right? What you say in your streams can be used against you, and it will, because it actually does show your motive, right? You don't want me to have that video for the anti-SLAPP, right? Which is more of a reason to present your last stream that I screen recorded that you also took down. And if I have to play a clip for Judge Stacy telling her, nope, I'm not. If this is why I hate it when people interrupt me, I lose my train of thought. If I had to play that clip for Judge Stacy at the expedited hearing, where Jamie said he would be happy to give it to me after the motion to dismiss hearing, which is after the 30 days, because Jamie thinks that Florida law entitles him to 30 days. That is true, unless I can get Judge Stacy to order you to produce it sooner. See, Jamie, either you're not the brightest person in the world, or you play dumb for your audience and you try to lead your audience to believe the opposite of what's true. Okay? Let me say this, Jamie. How in the world could anyone file a motion for an expedited hearing or for an expedited discovery request if the underlying discovery request isn't filed first? You see, there's no way I could request to expedite something that doesn't exist, Jamie. And maybe you don't realize that when you're live on the air and all you care about is commercially exploiting me for money, right? And then you're trying to hide. See, you're actually one trying to hide videos right now because you know I'm going to use them against you, right? You're trying to do whatever you can to keep me from getting my hands on that video. And the more and more that you try to avoid producing it reasonably, the more and more it leads me to believe that it's something very, very damning, because I already know part of what's on there. I already know you played those nasty videos of me. Oh, I don't care, man. I'm going to handle Bill separately from Jamie. Bill's going to be handled separately, right? And as far as I'm concerned, ODN, Bill is just noise. Bill is just noise, and he's just a patsy for Jamie. That's it, right? Bill has no audience without Jamie. So he's just doing what he feels. And I'm not saying that Jamie's asking him. What I'm saying is that Bill knows what Jamie needs right now during active litigation, and Bill, on his own free will, without Jamie telling him, is doing this on purpose to try to affect me during this case, right? Just know, Bill, the internal team at Team YouTube is looking into your channel. They have a lot of information through email. And they might be even watching you right now. Who knows? Or they might turn on Content ID, live matching, to see what's actually going on. When your channel goes down, Bill, when your channel goes down for terms of service, Bill, yeah, you'll start something up, but you will no longer be monetized, Bill. You will lose your monetization. Right? At that point, Bill, I'm going to laugh in your face. Right? At that point, Bill, I'm going to laugh in your face. I'm not going to lose sleep over it, but I will laugh at you. Right? You got nothing but restreams, Bill. You have no original content. You have nothing to provide this world besides content theft. Right? Right? That's all you do is you run watch parties, Bill, because you are not a creative. You can't think on the fly like me. You can't just go live with a selfie stick in the camera and take a walk and talk. You constantly restream people on a monetized channel that's going to get popped for reused content and more, right? And I'll tell you this, Bill, it was a very, very pathetic stream that you and Jamie did on Jamie's on Friday. Yeah, you guys made some money because these people, they hate me more than they like you. The bottom line is, it's not that these people really even like you guys. They just hate me more than they like you, right? That's why you guys do it, right? As long as you know that internally, like, without me, you guys would not be able to do this. You guys weaponize my name and likeness, and you don't stop, right? And you guys say things that are not true. You guys are liars. You guys make things up. You try to lead your audiences to believe that I have no shot at the motion to dismiss anti-slap, right? When deep down inside, how's it going? I don't know who you are, Tony, but welcome. Welcome, Tony. Anyway, they are cool, babe. Okay, that's cool. Wonderful. Weather's doing fantastic out here. It's like low 60s right now, low to mid 60s. So I mean, it's been nice. Where are you from, and how's the weather where you're at? Anyway, that's the funny thing with this group of people, right? That's the funny thing with this group of people is that they can't handle the truth. Like Jamie cannot handle the truth, and Bill is just like a sheep to Jamie. That's all, pretty much, in my opinion, right? You can't handle the truth, Jamie, so you have to make things up to your audience. You have to take it out of context, right? Because you telling them the truth about what's really happening in our court case, right? It's not going to make you feel good, and it's going to make them lose confidence in you, and you got to keep them angry at me, and you don't want to give them any reason to know the truth that I've got a lot of evidence, and I've got crystal clear evidence and within my filings, and I'm going to continue to document everything. I don't care if I have to file 10,000 pages. I'm going to document every single thing you do, Jamie. That's what I'm doing. You can keep running your mouth on YouTube and keep trying to commercially exploit me and do all that. Do I carry pepper spray? Why would I carry pepper spray? What kind of a question is that? That's a weird question to ask. Why would I carry pepper spray? Ah, there's plenty of people around here, and it's a safe area. It's only like 7:45, and there's plenty of people out. And there are plenty of lights here, so it's not that big of a deal. But thank you for your concern. But anyway, yeah. See, what really matters is what's going to happen in court, right? Maybe because I'm from the city. Oh, what, San Francisco or another city? If you're in San Francisco, I can understand. I can understand you carrying pepper spray 24/7 in San Francisco, especially at night. I get it, right? But anyway, oh, New York City. Oh, NYC. Oh, okay, okay. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Interesting. We got more people here now. We had like 9, now we have 16. That's odd. That's odd. I appreciate it. But that's why Jamie kicked me off his panel the second time, because I was asking him questions truthfully that he didn't want to answer, right? He doesn't want to answer questions such as, hey, you can't try to get a stalking order on me and say that I sexually harassed your mother. I never did that. I never did that. But even if that was the case, she would have to file an order on me. You file a stalking and harassment order where someone has violated you directly, right? And here's the thing, Jamie. Let me make something very clear to you. You guys have talked about my mom all the time, right? I've never taken any action for the stuff you folks have said about my mom or my brother or anything, right? And my mom just ignores this stuff, right? My mom also used to work for the county as a divorce clerk, but she knew all the other civil clerks. So she understands how the system works, right? And here's the thing. You can't file and say that you fear your life from someone like me, which is what you said about me at the hearing. It's in the video and in the transcript. And then say that I sexually harassed your mother and that's why you don't feel safe from me, when I never did that, right? Never did that. But even if that was the case, she would have to file on me. And your mother, Jamie, knows I've never done anything wrong to her. Your mother probably knows the kind of son that she has. right? Or maybe she just says, just keep me out of whatever you do, son. Just keep me out of it, right? The thing is this, Jamie, when you get caught with your pants down, from someone that understands the games that you play on YouTube to make money and all that, when you get caught in ways that most other people wouldn't catch you or care to stop you or catch you, right? Then at that point, you got to amp things up to try to keep the facade going in your favor, right? Because you're already in so deep, right? You're already in so deep. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me and see me. I want to make sure that we're still going through, right? This is the bad reception area. I want to make sure we're going through. Thank you, babe. Okay. I got to tell you, Jamie, I'm just going to keep it. Thank you. Thank you for the one. I'm going to keep it real. This is just my observation of you over the last several years, because now there are a ton of people walking out of this building. It is Sunday night, and I believe the Oscars are on, and the park is just packed right now. Oh my God. Okay. I figured I could have a nice peaceful walk at the park on a Sunday night, especially this late. And no siree, Bob. It is what it is. Yeah, I get it. No one is hyped for the Oscars. I get it. They're on. But I'm walking. That's what the DVR is for. And I believe it's also going to be on Hulu. Quite frankly, ODN, if I'm gonna be real, here's the thing. Everyone knows what Bill did, and quite frankly, that's not even the problem. Like everyone makes mistakes, right? I'm not going to sit there and hold that against him. Yeah, was it a bad thing to do? Sure. Is it worse than anything that Don and I have ever done? Absolutely. But he did his time, and he hasn't done anything like that since, right? But what he's doing now is basically content theft on YouTube. It's a more low-key way to get his fix, right? It comes with a very, very low risk unless somebody actually sues him, like in federal court. Oh, and by the way, Jamie, you are being sued in federal court. I'm not just waiting to get those copyright certificates just so I can put them as a trophy on my wall or to be able to use them to take down videos on YouTube. I don't need those certificates to take videos down on YouTube. I need those certificates to file lawsuits. The only reason you get certificates is to file lawsuits, right? And that federal copyright case you cannot opt out of. And we're looking at 5 certificates. And the copyright rule, if you just do a simple Google search or even ask ChatGPT, is in order to qualify for statutory damages, you either have to register your specific work or works within the first 90 days of publication, or if it's after that time, you register your work, and anything after your date of registration qualifies for statutory damages. The only time you get the 90-day window is during the first 90 days of publication. Those streams that I applied for copyright certificates all happened within less than a month, most of them within a week or two. So all 5 of them qualify for statutory damages. That's up to $30,000 for each infringement piece, right? Each piece of infringement, right? But if I can prove willful infringement, it's up to $150,000 per each. The bottom line is that I know you don't want to go to copyright court with me in federal court, because here's the thing: fair use is up to the judge. However the judge sees it, or if we do a jury trial, which in federal copyright court, I'm probably just going to do a bench trial. But it's going to be up to the judge to decide what is fair use regarding your usage of my content on live streams that are stretched out to an hour or two, which are known in the federal copyright court arena as watch parties, Jamie, right? Do you understand, Jamie, that you can keep spinning things as much as you want, and eventually it's all going to come back through the court, and you're going to have no choice but to do the right thing, right? Now, there is a possibility I could lose both cases. There's always a possibility. I don't think so, though. I'm pretty confident with what I've got. It's been happening for a long time, and I have a lot of pattern evidence and actual evidence, right? All within the statute of limitations. I have a lot of evidence. Right? And here's the one thing you have. The one thing that you have, Jamie, and you said it on your stream, you have your audience of misfits that don't care whether you're truthful with them or not. They keep supporting you because their hatred for me is more than their love for you, right? You just provide them a place where they can hate upon me, and they're donating to you because you continue to do it, right? Which is why you continue to try to find ways to do it and even fly under the radar, even during active litigation, right? You don't think eventually it's all going to come back and catch up to you? And here's the thing: I can talk about you all day, every day. I can come on your panel as long as I'm respectful. That doesn't mean I'm kowtowing. That doesn't mean you're not harassing me or defaming me, right? Like, this is just coming on a panel trying to make peace or trying to correct the record, trying to cut the bleeding, right? You can bring that up to Judge Stacy all you want, that I came on your panel. I'm going to be submitting the video of me coming on your panel. I screen recorded because you deleted your live stream again, and no Rumble backup. And you did it on purpose. I know you're doing it on purpose, right? But here's the thing, Jamie. You know I can't just go to Judge Stacy and say, oh, the defendant is purposefully deleting his videos. No, because it's about procedure in the court, right? So how do you do it, Jamie? You document everything. And, I was not able to screen record you the other day, and I need that copy for the anti-slap. So guess what? We make a filing expediting a request for that video, and then we use your current filing we use your current video deleted that I did get to screen record and prove to Judge Stacy in real time what you're doing, right? Oh, oh, Deanne, what is he upset about? Oh, Deanne, when you say he's upset, man, I'll go back and I'll listen to those replays and I download them. But guess what? Jamie told Bill to delete even his Rumble copies after he's done with the restream. So Bill's probably going to start pulling the Jamie, right? And I haven't gone over to Bill's Rumble to check it out the last couple of days. But if Bill starts deleting stuff, even from Rumble, then we obviously know that Jamie has influence on you. You see, Bill, we all know that you're coordinating with Jamie. We all know that Jamie cannot handle things on his own. He's incapable of handling his own shit. So he has to work through third parties, right? Like you, that have a past, right? He's also worked through third parties like V. Blake, who has a past, right? He's weaponized people that have a past that he knows will easily do things for him, right? You don't think we know that, Jamie? And Jamie, if you want to file that and talk about that in front of Judge Stacy, I'd be happy to share all my proof of how you've weaponized these people that have a past record and preyed on their vulnerabilities to do your dirty work for you instead of doing it yourself, because you want to keep your hands clean, per se, right, Jamie? You keep talking about this clean hands doctrine. You try to keep your hands clean by working through third parties, and then when we call you out on that, then you flip out, right? And no, I'm not working through third parties, and no, I'm not these sock accounts. Okay. If they're not you, they're people that you're working closely with, right? Right? You like being in control, Jamie. You like being in control. You are a control freak, Jamie. And everyone that surrounds you knows it. Everyone knows if you don't get your way and people don't cater to you in the exact ways you want, you go off on them, you have a temper tantrum, right? And then you remove them, and then you go real life on them. You've done that before. Maybe you haven't done it in a while, but you have done that, right? You have done that, right? And no one's buying it. No one besides, not even your audience really is buying it. They're just there because, again, their hatred for me outweighs their love for you, right? There's no love for you. It's just their hatred for me. And you're the one presenting it, right? Anyone that presents it, even like Bill, they're going to go there. If Tammy does a restream, they're going to go there. If other people that have been smart to not do a restream in a while, or probably ever again, they'll go there, right? Do you think that you're special when it comes to the restreams? No, you're the one that's just done them the most. And you're the one that's done them more vile than anyone, because you know the more vile you are, the more that you publicly violate me, then delete the evidence, the more these people will show up and donate to you, right? Right? That's the truth of the matter. That's the absolute truth of the matter, man. Here's the thing. I hear your streams, and you try to sound like, oh, well, Eli screwed himself. Oh, Eli's going to lose this go. Eli messed up this big time, right? You try to make me sound like I mess everything up, yet every single time we've gone to a hearing, you've lost. You did not get the stalking order on me. I don't consider that a win for me, but I consider it a loss for you. You lost. Remember January 9th? You tried to make it sound like you knew the procedure regarding scheduling, especially for a court-initiated scheduling change. You lost that. The hearing was rescheduled for April 9th. You also lost the spoliation hearing. You have never, ever, ever beat me in court, Jamie, and you never will. You never will. You're 0 for 3 against me regarding court issues. Right? Now, as far as the Copyright Claims Board, you opted out of. That doesn't count. Right? The Copyright Claims Board cases, man, you're going to opt out of those, right? I've still got like 50 days I got like 45 days to serve you in this latest Copyright Claims Board case. I'm probably going to roll that entire thing over into the copyright case. I'll probably end up dismissing that case with prejudice. Sorry, without prejudice. I'll end up dismissing that case without prejudice and then file it in federal court. Right? You've never once beat me in court. You've never once beat anyone in court. You have a lifetime history of losing in court in every single time, right? Whether you're a witness or whether you're a defendant or a plaintiff. ODN tried to take you to small claims, Copyright Claims Board. You opted out, right? That doesn't count. Granny's watching Jess. Got a restraining order on you. You tried to appeal it with an attorney, and your attorney was worse than you. Your attorney was a worse attorney than you, pro se, which is quite a lot to say. See, here's the thing, man. You can sit there and have Bill restream me. You're going to restream me. You're going to keep doing all this stuff, right? But here's the truth of the matter, man. You've never beat me where it counts. You might be making some more money than me right now while you can until the court intervenes, right? That's why we're in court, to get that protective order, right? It's not a gag order. It's basically going to be about commercial exploitation, and it's going to be about defamation and all that, right? It's going to be about my name and likeness and all that. All I want you to do is leave me alone. The only reason why you won't leave me alone is because that audience pays you money to come at me. And you feel you're entitled to that. That's why we're in court. And remember, your record in court, 0. You've never won in court. You've never won anything off of YouTube. On YouTube, you've never really done well on anything besides drama. And if I wanted to do drama full time, which I don't, I could unban everyone. Here's the thing, Jamie. I could unban everyone. And see, I wouldn't want to do this because I don't want to get my channel demonetized. But if I wanted to do what you do, I could unban everyone, even on a non-monetized channel. I could do drama and come at you all the time, and you wouldn't ever know what hit you, right? But that's not who I am. and I would do it better than you and make more money than you. I just don't do drama. If I did hardcore drama and really started coming at you, I would make more money than you, at least initially, until my channels would get shut down. And you'd be doing everything possible to shut them down, which would be the right thing to do, because I don't think that exploiting someone and bullying and harassing them and exploiting their content for commercial profit, I don't think that's cool. And it's against the law too. Oh, absolutely. Oh, ODN. ODN, if I really, really, really I don't know what that one person was saying there. Yeah, what Jamie does isn't special, right? But here's the thing, ODN. Here's the thing. Between now and these next two hearings, he's going to run a few more streams. We're going to screen record them, and if he doesn't stop the commercial exploitation, it's just gonna make him look even worse for the anti-slap. Like, honestly, the guy is accusing me of trying to silence his freedom of speech while he commercially exploits me, and then deletes the evidence. And then in the screen record, he said that I'll give Eli the evidence after the anti-slap hearing, right? And you don't think, Jamie, I'm going to use that against you at the upcoming hearing on the 23rd, right? That's 8 days away. A week from tomorrow. Tomorrow, Jamie, you're going to get an email back from the JA where she's going to add that 15-minute hearing for the expedited discovery request that you should just give me, Jamie. Maybe you'll just give me that, and then I'll cancel the hearing. If not, you're going to be embarrassed in front of Judge Stacy on the 23rd, a week from tomorrow. You're going to see. They're going to set it up tomorrow. I already filed a notice of hearing, like the judicial assistant told me to do, right? Right. And here that's all we're going to do. Here, you could go to Judge Stacy and tell her, yeah, I said I'm going to embarrass you. Actually, you're embarrassing yourself. I'm just clearly stating it according to my First Amendment protected speech. I'm going to embarrass you by you just being you, like you just doing what you normally do, which is the stuff that people want you to stop doing because you're violating people, including me. When presented to Judge Stacy, and she can see the contrast of you being unreasonable and me being reasonable. See, I'm willing to give you whatever private video you want. If you say you need it for anti-slap, I'll give it to you. I'll upload it to you right now. Hey, Gordo, how you doing? See, that's why I beat you in court too, because during the Judge Bowie case, when she asked me, do I object to any of the evidence you didn't file with the court or you didn't give me a copy of before, I said, no, Your Honor, let him present whatever he wants, no objection, whatever witnesses. I just said whatever. You know why? Shows good faith, because I know you have nothing, right? Judge Bowie gave me a chance to object to your binder. And I said, no, right? I don't object to anything you want to present, James. But see, James, you object to everything and you make everything difficult because besides making things difficult, You have no substance. You have no substance, right? You can never, ever win on the merits, Jamie. You can never win on the merits. You only can win as a goofball to your audience, right? But that doesn't work in court, right? It's not about performing in court, James. It's about the truth of the matter. It's about evidence, right? It's about being reasonable, right? Yeah, so the 23rd, we're just gonna you're gonna see you're gonna see what's coming tomorrow, James. You're gonna see what's coming tomorrow. Hey, you know what? This is just my freedom of speech. I'm just shooting the breeze here at a park. It's a public place. YouTube's public. It's a public court case. I'm not harassing you. I'm not stalking you. I'm not defaming you. Right? I'm not doing anything. All I'm saying is that you're going to see what's going to come your way tomorrow. Legally, right? Am I not allowed to say that something is going to be coming your way legally? You say it to me all the time, right? Wait till you see what's coming tomorrow. Can you hire me as your YouTube lawyer? I don't even know who you are. Tony. I've got a book coming out on Amazon, self-published through. Cool. Right on, Gordo. We're at 62 minutes. I got to get going soon. Bill, you better be keeping your Rumble copies public so I can download them. Because if you don't keep them up, I'm going to play the clip from his stream, from Jamie's stream, where he told you specifically to not preserve them. And you're a third-party rebroadcaster, right? As a matter of fact, I want you to do exactly what Jamie says, because I'll just use his own words against him, right? I'll just use his own words against him, right? And you know, Jamie, you were stuttering when I came on your stream. You were stuttering. You couldn't believe how cool and calm I was keeping myself, and you couldn't believe I was asking you proper questions you didn't want to answer because it would be admitting guilt, right? Right? You want to have plausible deniability, right? Put a 1 in the chat if you folks believe that Jamie basically deflects things because he wants to maintain plausible deniability. You don't think I know your game, Jamie? Plausible deniability? The plausible deniability bullshit, right? Do you think that the Honorable Judge Susan Stacy is going to buy your plausible deniability bullshit, right? YouTube might buy it temporarily. It'll give you a few bucks, right? You think Judge Stacy is going to buy your plausible deniability of everything that you've done, right? Because it's always been everyone else that's harmed you, and you've never harmed anyone, right? But you've made more money off of my content than I have, and you expect the judge to believe that I've harmed you more than you've harmed me? Get out of here. Get out of here. Bill, if you delete stuff, it's only going to hurt Jamie more, because all we're going to do is show the proof of my screen recorded copy of his last stream where you were on his panel and he told you to delete the Rumble stuff. Jamie's really triggered. He doesn't want me to have any evidence. He wants to conceal evidence, right? He wants to intentionally conceal evidence because he knows I'm so good with my evidence, right? He wants to make it harder for me to win this case, right? Well, that's why there's motion practice for the right reasons, James. That's why we're expediting this, right? Now, you never know what's going to happen at the hearing. Judge Stacy may or may not approve it. Do I think she's going to approve it? Probably, because I need it for that hearing. And we have a confidentiality agreement. That framework was suggested by her in lieu of my protective order. He's hurting himself for deleting stuff, right? But anyway, all right. We've said enough for tonight. More coming tomorrow. How many cases are you going through, you two people? If you all, my lady, respectfully, maturely, and professionally, Dawn says for her daily quote or nightly quote, when you're focused on building something real, distractions often come from those who aren't building anything. One more time, respectfully, maturely, and professionally, Dawn in her daily nightly quote says, when you're focused on building something real, distractions often come from those who aren't building anything. You're right. It's a great quote. That actually describes Jamie perfectly because he's always a copycat and thief, content thief, right? He is a content thief. Yep. Have a good one. Take care. And as always, be good to each other. See you all tomorrow. Good night, everybody.